YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Fullback and welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you guys are having an incredible day. Now, because you guys have been showing so much love on our recent tier list videos, in today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 most meta fullbacks in FC24. If you guys do enjoy these kinds of videos and you want to see more of them on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like. And then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, really quickly, boys, I just want to go ahead and share with you guys some things that we did include in the top 10 list and then some things that we didn't. Now, if the player was an objective, an SBC, or maybe like you can obtain them through the evolutions, we didn't include them in the list because a lot of people can't obtain the card. A lot of the different SBCs did already expire, so there's really no point. And then we also didn't include players that do have an alternative position as a fullback. As you guys know, we do have a lot of midfielders in FC24 that can also be used as a fullback. We have Kamavinga, we have the futties icon card for Philip Lahm. So we didn't include those players in the list to make it a little bit more fair and to just narrow it down a bit more. Now, the meta this year in FC24 when it comes to fullbacks is definitely overlapping fullbacks. So we're looking for players that are really good defensively, but that are also really good going forward. There has to be a really nice balance with the card. And ultimately, that's what I based the list off, man. We need overlapping fullbacks that are really good going forward, but also still provide that defensive cover. So kicking off the list at the number 10 spot, we do have the Greats of the Game hero card for Capdevila. Now, I will say, boys, the list is very left side dominant. We have so many left backs, we only have a few right backs. And rightly so, man. This year in FC24, we have gotten so many really good left backs, but not so many good right backs. I feel like the list is a little bit unbalanced. But nevertheless, man, Capdevila, a very underrated hero card this year in FC24. He does have high work rates, 4-star skill moves, and 4-star weak foot. And a few moments ago, when I was talking about a fullback being really balanced, I think that Capdevila is a really good example of that. Now, the 4 playstyle pluses that he does have are quite effective in game. I feel like he maybe could have had a few better playstyle pluses, but for the most part, if you incorporate him as an overlapping fullback, I think that he can most definitely get the job done. The whip pass playstyle plus is really effective if you do like to cross the ball. The quick step is a great addition for the card, and I feel like a lot of people tend to associate the quick step playstyle plus whenever the ball is at your feet, but even in like those recovery runs, man, the acceleration boost that he gets is very effective. The relentless playstyle plus is okay. I mean, late in the game, I feel like he can easily last a full 90. And then the jockey playstyle plus, man, if you are really good at manual defending, that is a very good playstyle plus for him to have. No real versatility with the card as he can only play the left back and left wing back positions, but if we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, he is very well rounded. The lowest stat that he does have is 86 for his shooting, so he is hooligan, and as you guys can see, he can do everything really well in game. Now, I wish that the card had a little bit better attacking positioning, because on those overlapping runs, I mean, he does pick up really good pockets of space, but it could be a little bit more effective as well. The pace for a fullback is really good. The passing is incredible, really accurate. The dribbling for a fullback is not half bad either. I love the fact that he does have 99 reactions and 97 composure. He's a very responsive defender. And then with his 97 defending and 92 physical, man, he is an absolute tank at the back. Very difficult to get around him. And if you do get around him, and because he does have the quick step playstyle plus and really high pace, he can catch up to you quite easily as well. Now, with the way that the card is set up, I do think that the anchor chem style is probably your best option. Going to be very close to maxing out his pace. It's going to max out the majority of his defensive stats, and then it's also going to give him a really nice upgrade to his strength and aggression. And I feel like that's a really important upgrade because he does need that extra bit of strength and aggression, especially if you're coming up against someone that's running the 4-3-2-1 formation and he has like taller, more physical type of attackers. And the one thing that I absolutely love with the card is that his playstyles are a little bit more spread out. As you guys can see, the only defensive playstyle that he is missing is the bruiser. He has the long ball pass playstyle, which is really effective for chance creation, and then also the whip pass, 2 physical playstyle pluses, and then he does also have the rapid and first touch, so a very quick fullback, which is really important. And ultimately, boys, if you are on a budget and you are looking for a very solid fullback in FC24, I think that Capdevila is a fantastic option. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, and taking the number 9 spot, we do have the Make Your Mark card for Carvajal. Now, this one might be a little bit controversial. I think for a lot of people, he would be a lot higher on the list, and rightly so, man, but he is one of the few right backs that actually made the list. And for me, man, Carvajal is a fantastic fullback in game. I think that he really suits that right back position, but there are some areas to his game that lack just a bit. Now, I will say he's one of the players on the list that still hold their value. He's like 800,000 coins on the market, which is honestly unreal. High work rates, right-footed, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He does only have 3 playstyle pluses, and I feel like the 3 playstyle pluses that he does have could maybe be a little bit better. Now, he does have the whip pass. I mean, if you incorporate him as that overlapping fullback, that's going to be very effective, especially if you like to cross the ball. The block playstyle plus is okay, man. I think that the block is a lot more effective if the player is in a more central position. And then the bruiser playstyle plus, some people really like it, some people really don't. I think that it's an okay playstyle playstyle plus. I think that the addition of the anticipate or intercept would really take the card to a whole nother level, and then obviously if he did have that 4th playstyle plus. Again, man, no real versatility with the card. He can play the right back and right wing back positions. And looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, again, man, a very well-rounded player. I feel like he can do everything really well in game. The physical side to his game is really effective, man. 97 pace, 98 defending, and 95 physical. But the technical side to his game is really good as well. 88 shooting with 99 attacking positioning. The attacking runs are really effective with this card. The passing stats are incredible, and then his dribbling is really good as well. Now, the reactions and composure are quite decent at 93 and 95, but on the ball, he is quite smooth as well with his 93 agility and 99 balance. So I think that is safe to say that he can do everything really well in game. Now, when it comes to playstyles, this is where I think that the card lacks just a little bit. He doesn't have the quick step playstyle, and he is also missing the anticipate. And for a fullback, I think that is really important for the card to have the anticipate playstyle. Now, when you're coming up against your really quick attackers, I think that it's really important for your fullback to have either the quick step playstyle plus or the rapid playstyle plus. As you guys know, we just have so many really good attackers this year in FC24. We have Ronaldinho, we have Lionel Messi, Pele, Eusebio. There's just so many really good options. And although Carvajal is very quick, I feel like he isn't the quickest of fullbacks. And then he is also missing the anticipate playstyle plus, which is honestly the best defensive playstyle for him to have. So I do think if you're really good at manual defending, he is going to be a fantastic fullback for you. If you do rely a little bit more on AI defending, then his tackles and stuff might be a little bit more inconsistent. But other than that, man, a phenomenal fullback in game. I do think that he's a lot better defensively than he is going forward. Now, if we were making a list for the top 10 right backs in FC24, I do think that he would be a lot higher on the list. But because we have so many good left backs, we had to drop him down just a little bit. Now, taking the number 8 spot, boys, we do have probably one of the most annoying fullbacks to play against in FC24 is the Path to Glory card for Kyle Walker. Now, Kyle Walker, man, although he doesn't have the craziest of stats, man, he just makes such a solid fullback in FC24. High work rates, right-footed with 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. That's a great addition for the card. And as that overlapping fullback, I think that you get the best of both worlds. He's very good defensively while still providing a lot in the attack. Now, the 4 playstyle pluses that he does have are quite effective in game. He does have the relentless, so he can easily last 90 minutes plus. He does also have the rapid playstyle plus, man. So with his 99 pace and the rapid playstyle plus, man, easily one of the quickest fullbacks in FC24. The slide tackle is okay. I wish that he would have had maybe like the intercept or anticipate to take the card to a whole nother level. And then he does also have the jockey. So if you are really good at manual defending, I mean, he is just going to be so good for you. Now, there is a bit of versatility with the card, and a lot of people do like to play Kyle Walker at the center back position. And I think that that ultimately adds a little bit more to his game. Now, he wouldn't be the tallest of center backs, and with the aerial meta, he does lack in that sense. But when it comes to recovery speed and just like winning the ball back off of different attackers, he is just so good at that. Again, man, we have another player that is Hooligan. The lowest stat that he does have is 88 for his shooting, so he can also bag you a few goals. 89 attacking positioning, 83 finishing. But I feel like the two standout stats with Kyle Walker is most definitely his pace and his physicality. Very difficult to get around him. 93 strength and 97 aggression for the card as well. Easily one of the strongest fullbacks in FC24. Now, his defending does lack a little bit, so I would highly recommend a chem style to help out with that. But he does have really good reactions at 97, 92 composure as well, and then the passing is very accurate as well. Now, looking at his playstyles in a bit more detail, we can see that the card's playstyles are evenly spread out. He has a few passing, a few defending, a few ball control as well, and then also a few physical playstyles. And the one thing that I really like with the card is the fact that they also went ahead and gave him the press proven. Now, I know that a lot of people don't really care for the press proven, but I feel like whenever you're in the attack, because he does have really good agility and balance, I feel like the left stick dribbling is really good with the card. So he can create you a lot of chances, man, especially with the whip pass and long ball pass playstyles. I think that his passing in game is very accurate. Now, if they would have given the card like the anticipate playstyle plus or maybe the intercept playstyle plus, I honestly think that that would have taken the card to a whole nother level. But either way, man, a phenomenal fullback in FC24. Like I said, man, because we do have so many good left backs, it was very difficult to get him a little bit higher on the list. And if you are on a budget, he's only going on the market for like 60,000 coins. And for 60,000 coins, man, easily one of the best fullbacks in FC24. Now, taking the number 7 spot, boys, we do have the Grace of the Game icon card for Roberto Carlos. Now, for me personally, boys, Roberto Carlos has been a phenomenal fullback throughout the entirety of FC24. A lot of people did run his base icon card. A lot of people did also use it. I think it was his Future Stars icon card. And now with the Greats of the Game, man, again, another phenomenal fullback version for him. Now, for me personally, boys, I love the fact that he does have high work rates, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. The 4 playstyle pluses that he does have kind of suit him more as like a left mid, left wing rather than a fullback. As you guys can see, he does have the whip pass, which is really nice. The rapid is a really good addition as well. But then he does also have the trivela and then also the power shot. So if you run the 4-4-2 formation, I think that as a left mid, he can most definitely thrive. Again, man, there goes that versatility with the card. Left back, left wing back, and then also left mid. And looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can see that the card is very well rounded. The lowest stat that he does have is 89 for his dribbling. And I feel like one letdown for the card is the fact that he doesn't have the greatest of agility and then also the greatest of dribbling for that subcategory. He does have 86 and 85. So despite him having a smaller build in game, I mean, in some situations he can feel a little bit more clunky on the ball. But I love the fact that he does have 99 reactions and 92 composure. I think that the manual defending with the card is really effective. The technical side to his game is incredible, man. 92 shooting and 92 passing. Not only can he create a lot of chances, but he can also score a lot of goals. And then the physical side to his game is incredible as well. Very similar to Kyle Walker, the 99 pace with the rapid play style plus. I mean, just a very, very difficult player to get around. Now, I do think if you run the 4-3-2-1 formation, he would probably be better suited as a center mid. If you want to use him as like a box-to-box midfielder, that's also another really good idea. And with Roberto Carlos, man, a similar trend to a lot of these different fullbacks, his playstyles are evenly spread out. The power shot playstyle plus, I mean, if you do use him in a more advanced position, is a really nice addition. The long ball pass, we all know how OP that is. The whip pass is really good if you do like to cross the ball. Now, although he doesn't have any defensive playstyle pluses, he does have 3 that are probably most effective in the intercept, anticipate, and bruiser. Like I said, boys, I think that it's really important for the card to have either the rapid or the quick step playstyle plus, and he does have the rapid. And then he does also have the quick step playstyle, so you guys already know the recovery speed is phenomenal. And then the trivela is a little bit useless. So again, man, he's like a player that does have 4 playstyle pluses, but in reality, only 3 are really effective. And as you guys can see from the list, I mean, it is very left side dominant, but he is easily one of the best fullbacks in FC24, and for roughly 600,000-700,000 coins, a fantastic option. Next up on the list, boys, and taking the number 6 spot, we do have the Copa America Path to Glory card for Alphonso Davies. Now, Alphonso Davies, for me personally, boys, has been a fan favorite throughout FC24. As you guys know, he did have his flashback card, and during that time, I'm pretty sure that SBC was released during Team of the Year. A lot of people did complete that SBC, and I feel like during the time, he was most definitely one of the most OP fullbacks. Now, I do think that the flashback card, I mean, with Team of the Season, with Team of the Year, all these different promos, it did kind of fade back a little bit. But now, man, with the Path to Glory card, he's back, man, and most definitely one of the best fullbacks in FC24. Now, the one thing that I absolutely love with Alphonso Davies is just the physical side to his game. I mean, he's just so quick. The defending and physicality is really good as well. And as that overlapping fullback, you get the best of both worlds. Not only does he provide that defensive cover, but in the attack, man, he is phenomenal. He does have high work rates, left-footed with 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Now, he does only have 3 playstyle pluses, which is a bit of an L for the card. But the 3 playstyle pluses that he does have are really effective in game, man. The quick step, the long ball pass, and then also the anticipate. As you guys know, with some of these players that do have 4 playstyle pluses, the 4th playstyle plus isn't even really that effective. I would very much rather have a player that does have 3 really effective playstyle pluses than a player that does have 4 playstyle pluses, but they're a little bit more average. Now, there is a bit of versatility with the card as well, as he can play every position down that left-hand side. And I kid you not, boys, I have seen a lot of people use him as a left wing in like the 4-3-3, and rightly so, man. Looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, the lowest stat that he does have is 91 for his shooting. And like I said, boys, you get the best of both worlds with the card. The defensive cover that you get is phenomenal. And then going forward, man, he is incredible as well. 91 shooting, 95 passing, and 99 dribbling. I love the fact that he does have 99 dribbling and the 5-star skill moves. A very tricky player going forward. So if you run the 4-4-2 formation, you can play him as a left mid. If you run the 4-3-3, you can also use him as a left wing. But because he does have the long ball pass playstyle plus, and we all know how OP that is, I think that he's best as an overlapping fullback. Now, with the way that the card is set up, I do think that the backbone chemistry style is probably your best option. And with the backbone, he does get a +1 to his passing. And then it's also going to give the card 96 defending and 97 physical. So the physical side to his game is very good as well. And ultimately, it's just very difficult to get around him. The long ball pass playstyle plus for me personally, boys, is one of the most OP playstyle pluses in FC24. Those cross diagonals with his passing is just so effective. A very easy way to get high up the pitch. He has the intercept and anticipate, which are arguably the 2 most effective defensive playstyle pluses for a defender to have. And I will say, man, he's one of the few players on the list that do still hold their value. He's going on the market for 1.6 million coins, a very rare player. Now, obviously, with the best of promo, he's probably going to be in packs very soon, and that's obviously going to drop his price down quite a bit. But for 1.6 million coins, man, still a phenomenal fullback in game. If you do have the coins, I would highly recommend them. Alright, boys, here we are, our top 5 most meta fullbacks in FC24. And taking the number 5 spot, we do have our first 99 rated card. It's the Futties card for Kachawi. Now Kachawi, man, another player that has been a fan favorite throughout FC24. A lot of people did use her gold card. A lot of people did use her team of the year, her team of the season. And now with her footies, man, another phenomenal upgrade for the card. Left-footed, high work rates, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. Now the 4 playstyle pluses that she does have are really interesting. I think that 3 out of the 4 are really effective. She has the whip pass playstyle plus, so again, if you do like to cross the ball quite frequently, that's a phenomenal addition for her. She is the very first fullback on the list that does have the anticipate alongside Alphonso Davies. And then she does also have the quick step and the dead ball. The quick step is a great addition for the card. The dead ball is okay. Now I will say, man, if you do only have one player in your starting 11 with the dead ball playstyle plus, then you would want it to be Kachawi because technically she is very good. Very similar to the other fullbacks, there is a bit of versatility with the card. She can also play the left mid position. And looking at her in-game stats in a bit more detail, man, another very well-rounded player. The lowest stat that she does have is 86 for her shooting. I love when the fullback does have 99 attacking positioning because she does pick up really nice pockets of space, and that's ultimately going to allow you to create a lot of chances with her. 95 passing for the card, easily one of the best passers in FC24. 99 dribbling as well with her smaller build. Now, if you do prefer your smaller, more intricate type of fullbacks, then I do think that Kachawi for you would be a lot higher on the list. But the one letdown for the card, in my personal opinion, is the fact that she doesn't have the greatest of physicality. She does have 88 physical overall, really nice aggression at 99, but she does only have 76 strength, and that's the main reason for me personally why she's a little bit lower on the list. If you do come up against like your taller, more physical type of attackers, I do think that she can be exposed in that sense. But with the anticipate playstyle plus, with her having really nice defensive stats, I think that she can still most definitely get the job done. Now for me personally, boys, I really don't prefer my fullbacks to have like that really small build. I mean, she is only 5'3", so in that sense, I mean, she doesn't really suit my style of play. But if you don't mind using fullbacks that do have a smaller build in game, I think that obviously she's going to be a lot higher on the list for you. Now she does have 10 playstyles and they are kind of like evenly spread out. The dead ball is okay. She does have 3 passing playstyles in the ping pass, tiki taka, and whip pass. So with her smaller build with really good dribbling, I mean, like I said, you can create a lot of chances with her. She does have the block and jockey playstyle, so if you are really good at manual defending, I think that that's going to be really effective. And like I said, man, very important for her to have either the quick step or the rapid playstyle plus, and she does have the quick step. So just a quick little recap, the main reason why I do have her a little bit lower on the list is because she does have a smaller build in game, 5'3", not the strongest of fullbacks. But if you don't mind using fullbacks that do have a bit of a smaller build in game, then I do think that Kachawi for you is going to be a little bit higher on the list. Moving right along, boys, and taking the number 4 spot is probably one of the most popular players in FC24, is the futties card for Rolfo. Now Rolfo, again, man, has been a fan favorite throughout FC24. So many people like to use her regular rare gold card. Her fantasy FC card was probably one of the most completed SBCs throughout the year, and rightly so, man, because she is a phenomenal player in game. High work rates, left-footed, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. Now I do think that some people would switch Kachawi with Rolfo, but for me personally, because she does have a bit more physicality to her, I think that she's a little bit better in game. Now the 4 playstyle pluses are very good for an overlapping fullback. She has the whip pass playstyle plus. The slide tackle playstyle plus is decent, man. I think if they would have given her like the anticipate or intercept, that would have given her a top 3 spot. And then she does also have the first touch and jockey. So again, man, the manual defending with the card, if you are good at manual defending, that's going to be really effective. Now with Rolfo, a lot of people do run her at the left back position, but you can also run her as a center mid, man, as that box-to-box midfielder. And again, man, looking at her in-game stats in a bit more detail, just such a well-rounded player. And as you guys know, it's very important for a fullback to be very balanced defensively and then also going forward. The lowest stat that she does have is 93 for her physical, 99 strength and 71 aggression, a very strong player in game. The defensive stats are incredible. She does also have 99 dribbling, so a very smooth player on the ball. 98 passing, easily one of the best passers in FC24. You can create so many chances with her. And then she does also have 95 shooting, so not only can she create a lot of chances, but she can also score you a lot of goals, especially if you use her in a more advanced position. Now one letdown for the card is the fact that she doesn't have the rapid or quick step playstyle pluses, but she is still very quick in game. She has the quick step, she does also have the technical, so the R1 dribbling can also be quite effective. She does have the anticipate, she does have the jockey, and then also the ping pass and whip pass. I think that the long long pass would have been a really good addition. But other than that, man, just a very well-rounded and a very balanced fullback in FC24. If you run her as an overlapping fullback, I think that she's easily one of the best. But there's also that bit of versatility where you can also use her as a box-to-box midfielder for only 250,000 coins, man. Insane value. All right, boys, here we are, the top 3 most meta fullbacks in FC24, and taking the bronze medal, we do have the Make Your Mark card for Ferland Mendy. Now, with Mendy, man, we all know how OP he is in game. I mean, even at the start of FC24, his regular rare gold card goes on the market for easily more than 100,000 coins. And throughout FC24, he did have a lot of special cards. He had his Dynasties card, he had his Fantasy FC card. You could also use him in a few evolutions, and now he does have the Make Your Mark card, and he is currently going on the market for like 2.5 million coins, which is honestly ridiculous. Now, obviously, with the best of promo, if they do put him in packs, then obviously his price is going to drop down quite a bit. But a phenomenal fullback in game, especially if you use him as an overlapping fullback. Left-footed, high work rates, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, 4 really good playstyle pluses for him to have. The quick step with the 99 pace, man, easily one of the quickest fullbacks in FC24. I think that is between Mendy, Hernandez, and then also Kyle Walker. The Relentless is actually quite effective as well, especially late in the game. I think that he can easily last a full 120. The Jockey playstyle plus, if you are really good at manual defending with his really high reactions and really high pace, man, and just a very good defender. And then he does also have the long ball pass playstyle plus, and as you guys know, long ball pass playstyle plus for me, one of the most OP playstyles in FC24. Now with this one, no real versatility. He can only play the left back and left wing back positions. But looking at his in-game stats, we can see that the lowest stat that he does have is 91 for his defending, which isn't great for a fullback, but that's nothing that a chemistry style can't fix, man. And if you use him as an overlapping fullback, I think that he can most definitely thrive. Now the two standout stats in my opinion are most definitely his pace and then also his physicality, man. Just very difficult to get around him, very difficult to get away from him. I love the fact that he does have 98 strength and 95 aggression. That's also very useful going forward because I think that it's very difficult to get him off of the ball. Really good dribbling stats at 92 passing as well, so you can create a lot of chances with him. And if you do run him in a more advanced position, he can also bag you a few goals with his 92 shooting. Now for him to be a little bit higher on the list, I do think that he needed maybe the intercept or the anticipate just to solidify him a little bit more defensively. But going forward, he's incredible, can create so many chances, and if you are really good at manual defending, you still get that defensive cover with him. And with the way that the card is set up, 2.5 million coins as an overlapping fullback, easily one of the best fullbacks in FC24. If you do have the coins, man, I would highly recommend him. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, and taking the number 2 spot in the silver medal, we do have the team of the tournament card for Theo Hernandez. Now Theo Hernandez, man, very similar to Mendy, very similar to the player at the number 1 spot, a fan favorite throughout FC24. I mean, his regular rare gold card at the start of the game was absolutely cracked in game. He did have a few special cards. You could also use his regular rare gold card in a few evolutions as well. And he's easily one of the most meta fullbacks in FC24. High medium work rates, left-footed, 5-star skill moves, and 4-star weak foot. Now, I will say medium defensive work rates is a bit of an L for the card, but the defensive cover that you get is still phenomenal. Now, in terms of playstyle pluses, I do think that 3 out of the 4 are really effective. He does have the giant throw, and I think that he might be the only player in FC24 that does have that playstyle plus. And then with the relentless rapid and whip pass, you can also create a lot of chances with him. And again, you get the best of both worlds with the card. Now, there is a bit of versatility. You can also run him at the left mid position if you maybe run the 4-4-2 formation. And looking at his in-game stats, we can see that the card is very well rounded. The lowest stat that he does have is 87 for his shooting. And the main reason why we went ahead and put him at the number 2 spot is I think that you get a little bit more defensive cover with the card compared to Mendy. 99 pace with the rapid playstyle plus is phenomenal. I mean, 92 passing for the card is really good as well. The 94 dribbling, another really solid stat for the card. I do think that he's quite smooth on the ball, especially with his 5-star skill moves. And then he does also have 94 defending and 96 physical. So the defensive cover that you get with the card is phenomenal. And I love the fact that he does have the anticipate playstyle. I think that that's really important for a fullback. And that's another reason why we did put him ahead of Ferland Mendy. As you guys know, Mendy does not have the anticipate or the intercept. And again, man, his playstyles are evenly spread out. He does have the power shot, so if you run him as like a left mid in the 4-4-2, that can be quite effective. Now, I do think that the block and intercept would have been a really nice addition for the card just to solidify him a bit more defensively, but he does have the best defensive playstyle in the anticipate, so that's okay. He does have both the rapid and quick step playstyle, so whenever the ball is at his feet, man, you just know that he's so quick. And then the recovery speed that you get with the card is phenomenal. Very quick. I mean, he can get back into position with ease. And yeah, man, I think that the only thing that the card is missing to take him to the number 1 spot is maybe a playstyle plus other than the giant throw. I said giant throw, it's long throw, my bad, boys. But other than that, man, I think that he is a phenomenal fullback in game. I think that he's only going on the market for like 400,000 coins. And at this stage of FC24, a lot of people do run run him at the fullback position. If you do have the coins, man, easily one of the best fullbacks in FC24. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and taking the #1 spot as the most meta fullback in FC24, we do have the futties card for Frimpong. Now, I do think that Frimpong has been the most consistent fullback throughout FC24, man. So many special cards, and every special card that he did end up getting was just in everyone's team. I feel like you couldn't get away from him. Almost everyone ran either his regular rare gold card, his team of the season, his team of the year. I'm pretty sure that he did also have one inform card and then also his Thunderstruck card at the start of FC24. But yeah, man, just a phenomenal player in game. High work rates, right-footed, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. I mean, all 4 playstyle pluses that he does have are really effective in game and ultimately add a lot of balance for the card. He has both the ping pass and whip pass playstyle pluses, so you guys already know the chance creation that you get with the card is phenomenal. He does also have the intercept playstyle plus, so he is very good at breaking up the play and advancing the ball forward. And then with the quick step playstyle plus, you guys already know the recovery speed on the card is incredible. He does have the mostly explosive acceleration type, and it's just so difficult to get around him. Now, there is a bit of versatility with the card. You can also run him at the right mid position and then also as a left back. And with this 5-star weak foot, man, you can most definitely run him at the left back position. I think that he can do a phenomenal job there. Looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can see that the card is very well rounded. His shooting does lack a little bit in terms of shot power and long shots, but 99 attacking positioning and 97 finishing, he can also bag you a lot of goals. But the thing that I absolutely love with the card is the fact that you can also create so many chances with him. 95 passing and 99 dribbling. As you guys know, he does have a smaller build in game. He's only 5'7", so with his 99 dribbling, man, a very tricky player going forward. He does also have the 5-star skill moves, which is a great addition for the card. 99 vision, 99 crossing, 97 short pass, one of the best passers in FC24. Now, his defending and physicality for a fullback isn't anything too crazy. I would personally go ahead and recommend the Sentinel Chem style. And with the Sentinel Chem style, we are going to max out the majority of his defensive stats, man. So again, defensively, he's rock solid. And then the little upgrade to his strength is also going to go a long way as well because he doesn't have the biggest of builds. Now, very similar to Mendy, he is missing the Anticipate playstyle, but he does have the Intercept playstyle plus. So like I said, boys, he's very good at breaking up the play and advancing the ball forward. And if you are really good at manual defending, man, he is just so quick and so responsive. Now, as of recording the video, he is currently going on the market for roughly 800,000 coins. And for 800,000 coins to get the most meta fullback in FC24 is really good value, and I would highly recommend him. But yeah, boys, that is my list of the top 10 most meta fullbacks in FC24. If you guys did enjoy today's video, definitely let me know by leaving a like. In the comment section down below, let me know your top 5 fullbacks in FC24, whether or not you agree with the list, something that you would change. And then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Fullback, and I'll catch you guys in another one very soon. Peace.